Now, y'all, I am over here minding my business, trying to get my little work done, okay? Because I got things to do today. But we just might as well go and talk about the real reason why Miss Karson is all up in the business. Let's get into it, shall we?
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it. Do us. So we are coming in with a force. Yes, blessing the reap and we coursing on.
So, y'all, I'm going to work at the same time because technically my lunch break is not for another 20 minutes. But I got to come on and talk to y'all. So I know by now y'all have probably seen everybody playing that video of Karson Blue on her channel, basically trying to clear stuff up. And hold on, y'all, let me turn this so that there we go. Okay. I know that y'all probably have seen her on this video and all this stuff where she's trying to clear up all of this stuff with Tisha, clearing Tisha's name, saying that basically, it's not Tisha, this is the situation. Remember before she was basically alluding to the fact that, oh no, I can't tell y'all, but y'all just gotta wait. Why did we need to wait? But then you decided to tell us last night. But Tisha ain't involved. I'm still not understanding why Tisha even brought her on the show because Karson is like, oh, but, yeah, Tisha, felt like I needed some etiquette. No. Tisha brought you on the show, sis, so that you can talk about what you just told us for free on your Instagram. She wanted to bring some drama. Now, I'm going to let you choose individually whether you think that Tisha was doing that to try to slight Mel or help Mel. Because with what this young lady has put out there that Gator Mouth was trying to do, it is inexcusable. And it really brings it all together because if y'all remember when they were at the reunion, what's up, Mims? How you bees? It's a lot of y'all in the chat. Let me make sure I say what's up to my peoples real quick. Tia P, what's going on? Thank you for joining. Tanisha Breedlove, hey. Miss Main Event, what's up? Slick, my friend, what's up? Octavia Chapman, hello everyone, but girl, yes, we're gonna get into it. Michelle, how are you? What's going on? I am doing good, friend. Patricia Dyer, good morning, Shay in chat. Michelle, Shay Renee, this is so messy. Yes, it is. Okay. Now, I'm going to play the audio for y'all just so you can see it, but I'm not going to play the whole thing because I'm pretty sure y'all done heard it 11,000 times already. But basically, in my opinion, I feel like all of this kind of goes with, remember that reunion when Martell kept on talking about, oh, I got you on tape. I got you on video giving blah, 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 doing this and doing that of the fellatios and sorts. And Mel was like, go ahead. Where is it? Show it to me. And he never did because his whole thing was behind the scenes to be having Gator Mouth to put this video out and pretend like she was somebody else doing it. Now, mind you, why would any man of a high caliber like that what Mel would associate herself with? Now, we know she made a bad choice with Martell, but we gonna let it slide because she was young. But why would any man put that out there like that? That is so childish, really, to be threatening to put a video out of somebody doing something like that. And there are so many consequences and repercussions for doing that nowadays. And this Karson girl was absolutely right on the advice that she gave Ariane. So Karson, until you do something, until you do right, you did do right by Mel with this. I will give you this. I ain't gonna mess with you, sis. Okay, I ain't gonna talk about you. I did want to know who you was because you was the extra man at the tea party. I'm just saying. So now that we know that you mean no harm to the situation, we shall let you rest. Okay, but y'all, let's just play this little audio because I this is all alleged coming from Miss Karson, as to the plot and the scheme of Martell and Ariane. Okay? Let's do it.
Like a guy, and to upload a video of Melody, actually, she's actually giving her husband head in the video. But I'm assuming, now I did not see this video, okay? But what I am assuming is that Martell must not be in the video. If he felt comfortable enough to even ask her to do this, he must not be in the video. So if y'all think I'm lying, what y'all should do, the same way y'all been harassing me, is go ask Melody. Do you have a video giving your husband head?
Okay, first of all, let me stop her right there. We're not going to go and ask Mel that. Number one, I'm really not that invested. I don't really need to know. I don't need to know if she has some video out there and whatnot. That's her husband. So obviously couples do things like that. I mean, I ain't about to let my husband record me doing jack. Okay. He tries to record me on the damn toilet sometimes. And I'd be like, what the hell is wrong with you, sir? But he just funny like that. But anyway, that's a side note. I'm not letting nobody record me in the boudoir doing these things. No, that is a private moment for us. Okay. It's for us. I don't need you to be recording that. So now, Mel, listen, y'all Scorpios now. One of y'all little traits is you're a little freaky. Okay, so that's when Martell was saying that Mel don't be giving him the, fellatios and things. I ain't believe it. Because I'm like, listen, one of my best friends is a Scorpio, and I knows the deal. Okay? So let's listen, I'm not going up to Mel and asking her, hey Mel, do you happen to have a video of you slobbing on that knob? No, I'm not doing that. That's team entirely too much. And I think that, in my opinion, I feel like some of us as fans are a little too involved in what these people on this show are doing anyway. We're just too involved in their lives, period, if you ask me. But so that would be a little invasive asking a question like that. I would never do that. Just like people kept on saying, oh, Karson should have went up to Mel and told her that she knew Ariane at the tea party. What? How does that even fit in the conversation? Hello, Mel. How you doing? My name is Karson. I know Ariane, right? Just want to put that out there. I knew her. Had a little bagel with her a couple months back. Yeah, had a couple conversations. You might find me in a video online with her. Yeah, we were talking about how I watched season 1, and maybe you guys, or maybe not, you guys were saying her name. I don't know. Yeah, and she told me that there was a scandal surrounding her. But thank you for the tea. Was it green tea, ginger tea? Girl, it tastes good. No. Why am I doing that? I'm not walking up to Mel and saying that. Here's my thing. Through all of the BS, I still don't understand why Tisha, of all people that she could have brought to this tea party, decided to bring Karson. We're just kind of not paying attention and putting the, connecting the dots, as my good man Mims says on his channel. We got to connect the dots because it doesn't make sense. Of all the people that Tisha could have brought to this party, she decided to bring Karson. There's a reason behind that. And Karson, baby girl, you are being played. You are being used as a pawn. You may not think that, and that's fine. Because you want to do Tisha hair and cover up a buckshots and all that. I get it. I understand. You a businesswoman, you trying to get you some business, okay? But Tisha's business with you is not good. It's very sneaky, okay? Because Karson showed, and y'all, I'm not going to play this whole entire video, but here's where Karson starts to talk about Tisha, okay?
And I said, you know what will happen?
I do want to play this because she talks about.
She's just telling me what Martell said, and I do want to be honest. She did say, I do not want to do it. Like, I don't want to do this, but Martell is mad at me. I'm like, he's mad at you? I'm like, that's crazy. She like, I know. And I'm telling him, like, let me think about it. And he's mad because he feels like I should just listen to him and do what he's telling me to do. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. So, and now I'm not saying nothing, so I'm just letting her vent at this point. But then she says this, and this is when I kind of start looking at her crazy. And I knew right there we couldn't be friends no more. She said, what do you think I should do?
Child, let's get to the Tisha part.
No. I only put that because I actually do have a really good family and probably really would be good on the show, but I don't need that television show. Okay, that's like the last thing that I need. The reason why I'm exposing it now is because at the end of the day, that fake page, Bernicia, which I'm about to show y'all how I got to the point of where I'm at right now, how annoyed I am and how I am right now. That fake page, Bernicia, wrote on Tisha's page. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and go to my next. So now what I want to give y'all, because y'all was going so hard trying to say Stormy and Tisha are like they came to get me because they knew that I knew Ariane and to hurt Mel. No, I didn't even know Stormy. And I'm about to just show y'all something. I want to show y'all a couple things. Hold on. Right here. This is the bathroom at Black. This date is June 15th, 2022. Okay? This is my first time. My husband and I, we were together. We met Marceau this day, June 15th. Marceau knew we was talking about us being from Detroit, me being a hairstylist. He like, oh yeah, my wife, she need to get her hair done. I'm like, yeah, I reached out to all of them. I'm telling Marceau at this point, like, yeah, I reached out to Tisha. At that point, I had reached out to Tisha. I had reached out to Melody. I had reached out to Kimmy. I was letting them all know, hey ladies, I'm a new hairstylist coming to Huntsville. In Huntsville, if any of y'all need my services, let me know. I told Marceau that night. He had us come back out another day, which was right here. This video is still on my page. That wall is Black, okay? And that was June 19th. That was the actual day that I met Tisha, and Tisha and I got to discuss me doing her hair, okay? Hold on. So, just so y'all know, and here we go right here, before I go to my next shred of evidence of things I want. This is Tisha and I DM. This is my first time doing Tisha's hair. So we discussed it on the 16th or the 19th of June, and my actual first time doing her hair was July 5th, and I'm not gonna lie, her shit was slayed for the gods.
Okay. So that's just to kind of put the dates into perspective, because I don't want to play that whole entire video and bore the hell out of y'all, because I know that you done seen it. So, child, unbelievable. So basically, homegirl, okay, she knew Tisha. Tisha didn't know didn't know about all of this stuff about her knowing Ariane until, and she continues on in the video. She eventually says, now, we getting cool and all this, that, and the third, and I'm doing your hair. I just want to let you know that I do know Ariane, and, blah, blah, blah. And Tisha was like, well, if that's been a long time ago, then, it is what it is. Like, just don't even talk about it anymore. Basically, like, let's just dead it. Oh, child, here go Ariane Curry. She done popped up. Address it or not. Yes, Ari, she tried it. You've been doing good, Ari. She is a clout chaser. This story time will be good, and I got receipts from day one. Damn, y'all, I've been minding my business. This is Ariane Curry, y'all. She just, girl, get a life. Get a life. So this is her. I guess Ariane Curry gonna come on the internet, y'all, doing some foolery later on. But we know the reason why homegirl haven't been out on the internet is because you're probably pregnant. Okay? Just saying. But moving on. Y'all, I don't want to make this entirely too long. Here, I'm going to say this about this whole Karson situation. Karson, baby girl, you wanted to be on the show. Okay? That's obvious. I don't think that she's denying that. She wanted to be on the show. She tried to do everybody's hair on the show. Then when she realized the logistics behind everything behind the scenes, she couldn't do everybody's hair. She had to pick one person. So she settled on Tisha because apparently Marceau picked her out and all of the people that come to Black, because you know so many people be up in there. But he went through the crowd and found her and her husband specifically. And they get to talking about her careers and their past lives. Okay. First of all, I believe that Marceau knew Homegirl. I believe that Homegirl was hanging out with Ariane more than she's going to admit. Okay. I don't think that it was initially very serious to her, but I do think that Ariane coming to her and asking her about this whole video situation with Mel must have put a bad taste in her mouth. And I do believe that it turned her off and she moved on, because Homegirl has been with her husband for 16 years. So as a wife, I'm pretty sure she has different circumstances and requirements of her friends, if you will. Okay. So I agree. She definitely probably did cut Ariane off after the foolishness that she brought to her. And this is just a side note. Miss Curry, Gator Mouth, for you to even consider doing this for this niggerachi is absolutely blasphemous. And I would ask myself, if I were you, why does this man continue to want to put his wife down like this? His ex-wife at that. He had 4 children with this woman. Why would I help him to perpetuate this BS? Because guess what? All the stuff that he's doing to you, to her, the minute you don't do what he say or suck it off whenever he asks you to, don't you think that you're going to now be the recipient of this behavior as well? What makes you think you're exempt? And the fact that this man don't even claim you. He doesn't claim you. He don't even claim Sheree, and she on a highly syndicated TV show, getting paid very well on RHOA. He wants the pizzazz, the shine, the look of success, right? He has somewhat of the look with Sheree, but you know, he also has the drawback that we know who Sheree is, and we know that she's really not worth all the hype that people try to give her. You are a fool, woman, because you're not a young lady anymore. You're not a child. You are in your 30s, headed to your mid-30s, Gator Mouth. You cannot continue to allow this man to make you look like a fool. And you assisting him. You holding his hand through the BS. And then you, Big Kari, as they was calling you, Big Karson, Big Car, whatever they called you on the live. Now, I'm gonna let you off a little bit, but I'm going to bring it back on in, honey. Stop trying to make us feel like Tisha is such a good person, because let me tell you something. I'm going to say it again. Tisha has some motives with bringing you on this show. It wasn't because she thought you needed some etiquette or y'all need to learn how to communicate better. Clearly, y'all are communicating well. You don't do her hair all the time. So what would be the breakdown of y'all communication that y'all need to deal with? And she's not necessarily dealing with you on a consistent basis. Y'all not besties. So why would she feel like y'all need to learn how to communicate better? It's something in the buttermilk isn't clean. That's what my people's been saying. Yeah, Tisha, why you bring Karson to this? Come here. Let me talk to you. Why you bring Karson to the tea party? What you trying to do? Yeah, you, Tisha. What you trying to do? Because we're not dumb. Karson may be a little slow in the situation where she's just trying to think the best of everybody, because homegirl just trying to get on. Okay? She's trying to get in wherever she can fit in and mix and mingle and make a coin while she's at it. But I don't think she really want to be on this show no more now, because I don't think that she really understood the investment that people have in this show and how they really dig into people and this, that, and the third. And, you know, frankly, I think it's a little cray-cray with some of the stuff that people do to dig into these people's lives. Because let me tell you something, I don't give a damn that much. I just like to come on here and talk SHI with y'all. But some people are way too invested in what these people are doing, pulling up their arrest records and doing all this stuff. That's just a little team too much for me, in my opinion. I'm not doing all that. But when you are clearly trying to play in our face, when I see things on the show, okay, this was clearly shown on the show. You brought Karson. We don't know who she is. We're very familiar with everybody on the cast, so that is going to prompt, right, people to look into her. Follow me here. Tisha knows how investigative you guys are. She knew that we were going to look into who this girl is. She knew that that story that Karson told her, because Karson told Tisha about this whole video and all the stuff that Ariane did and why she didn't want to talk to her no more, right? Okay. So this is the scheme that Tisha set up to put this girl on the show to force her into telling that story, because she knew that everybody was going to badger her to this point where she was going to be like a badger in a cage and go ahead and tell the story. So Tisha can look two different ways. She can, one, look vindictive for bringing her on the show, for making her say this, or two, she could try to look like a hero and say, well, Mel, I knew this was going on, but you and I didn't have the best of relationships, so I didn't want to come and tell you that. So I brought her because I thought that maybe you guys would have a connection and she would eventually tell you, but I just wanted to get the information to you because I wouldn't want nobody to do nothing like that to me. And homegirl in her video kept on talking about Tisha don't like side chicks. She don't? Because wasn't you helping funnel money to Gatormouth? Yeah. You was helping pay for that BMW that you brought up to Mel, that you try to rub in her face. You and your husband were funneling the money right on to the side chick so that she could live her best life. And maybe she got a video or two of Martell. Who knows? Who knows what they're doing? Okay, I don't know. Read the banner. Listen, y'all. This is a load of bullshit. Karson, baby girl, okay, you are a beautiful woman. I do honestly think that if Tisha had introduced you correctly, like I have an issue that Karson ain't even get a name badge. They ain't even say Karson when they went past her and her hat when she was sitting at the table. They ain't even say homegirl name. I was like, oh, who is no name right here in the faces, making all the faces? Who is that? So again, Tisha knew that was going to prompt people to look into her. Okay. Marceau, I know you knew her because you probably saw her hanging around Gatormouth because you were hanging around, in my opinion, hanging around with Martell. I feel like Marceau is the one that helped Martell to get enough courage to go and do the stuff that he was doing and think he can get away with it. Now, I'm not blaming it on Marceau. I just think that birds of a feather flock together, and Martell felt even better in his conquest of foolishness, being around people that do the same thing he's doing. And people that were going to help him to get away with it. Like Marceau and Tisha did. Because you guys are one. You marriage. That's your marriage, right, Tisha? Your husband is your pride and joy. You want to tell everybody that y'all been together forever. Okay? So, live in your BS. Both of y'all helped this man cheat. Okay? Marceau was probably around Gatormouth. Marceau knew who Karson was, in my opinion. I feel like they didn't want to make it awkward, so he introduced himself, or they started talking because her husband was there. So she probably didn't want to get her husband involved in the BS. So she probably acted like she didn't know Marceau. So now Marceau is, oh, Tisha need to get her hair done. So you about to just have everybody in Huntsville doing Tisha's hair? What was so special about Karson that you just wanted to push her through the line to get to your wife? Because y'all all on a different level, right? Y'all said that in the last episode when Kimmy the episode before last when Kimmy was like, we're all, you can't just be asking people to do things for free anymore because, everybody has a different status now. And Tisha was like, well, we all on a different level. What level are you on for your husband to just be bringing any random person that comes to your restaurant and takes a picture in your bathroom and say, oh yeah, this person is good enough to go and do my wife's hair? Where they do that at? Tisha, stop with the BS. I don't know if you had good intentions with this to try to stop Martell from trying to, because Martell has become very unhinged. So I'm inclined to believe that if Tisha has any ounce of goodness left inside of her, that maybe, just maybe, she brought this girl on the show so that this story could come out to prevent Martell from putting this video out. Because now, if anything like that comes out about Mel, it's going to go back to Martell and he's going to be the one to get in trouble. So if she did it for those reasons, to try to help a sister out and wipe the slate clean from all the BS that y'all done obviously been doing to each other, you felt slighted from Mel because you felt like Mel was trying to bring Alonda on the show. Then you want to bring your mama on the show to come after Mel and everybody bullying her. Then you want to bring Karson on the show. I'm starting to wonder whether this was a good thing or a bad thing. Good, bad. Good or bad. Was it good or bad? Maybe that's what we'll find out as the show goes on, because Karson tried to make it seem like we got to stay tuned and pay attention to what's going to come out on the show. Now, I know that Melody has been very mum's the word about this thing, much like she is with a lot of things, okay? Because, again, it's like we don't want to go ahead and address every single thing that we see. But this whole situation is just real shady. It really, really is. And I think that now we're just grasping at straws to do things to get views. To get viewership on the show. It's starting to lose its thunder. It's like we got the show on social media and then we got the show on OWN network. I just want to watch the show on Saturday. Okay. Let's get into some of these comments, y'all, because as y'all can see, I am working. I'm working, and I got to get myself back on track. Okay, I got reports to send, y'all. I'm busy. Okay, I'm busy. Where we at? Ooh, y'all been chatting. Let me start here. Justine Marie says she wasn't her friend, so prove she wasn't. So I don't blame her. We'll see what Ariane comes on and talks about later on, because she about to come on the internet and make herself look like a fool. Courtney Clark says finally somebody seems to be connecting the dots. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, child, because they ain't doing it. It ain't making no sense. Relly says Slaw ain't gonna post SHI because it'll take one call from Martell for her to shut up and sit down, right? And it's crazy because this man has such serious mind control over this grown woman. And even after having his baby, you still don't feel secure with him, which, as we all know, as grown women, kids don't secure no man. We should have stopped thinking that back in the 80s and the 90s. Okay? Because the men will roll out and do whatever they wants to do. If they wants to be with you, they're going to be with you. If they not, they not. And vice versa for women. Babies and children don't change a thing, okay? It's just a product of a night of passion. And that's it, in an 18-year plus sentence that you have signed up for if you decide to go through with it, period. Gwendolyn Strickland says, Shay, I feel if Tisha had a heart and really cared about this situation, why wouldn't she let Mel know about this after Karson told her? She could have called Mel and let Karson tell her if she cared. Okay, I see what you're saying, Gwendolyn, but they were not cool. So for me, don't call me. Like, I don't trust you if I'm Mel. I don't trust Tisha. So for her to call me and give me some information like this, I'm just thinking you being messy. I don't trust what you're saying. And Tisha could genuinely be trying to give her some information that's going to help her. That's why I was telling y'all, I'm inclined to believe that Tisha brought this girl on the show so that this information will come out. Because she know that y'all millimeters is damn private investigators, okay? The best to ever do it. All right. So this lady is coming out with the information. So now, guess what? Tisha's hands are clean as a whistle. So the information is out there. Okay. Mel will see, oh, you hanging out with Karson. But this was Arion's friend. But no, sis, I'm not hanging out with her in a negative way. She said that she not friends with her no more. And peep what she told me that that homeboy was trying to do to you. I got your back. Okay. But I knew you didn't trust me. So I had to go about it in a little sneaky way. But it's out there. Maybe that's what Tisha's doing. I don't know. I'm trying to play sleuth and figure it out. I don't know. But good point, Gwendolyn. Justine Marie says Ari is still competing against his ex-wife. So of course she will do that SHI. Child, but she's in a competition by herself. Mel gave you the prize. She gave you the gold medal. Okay. But he just won't put it around your neck. You see, he don't want you. He don't want you. He don't want you. He don't want you. And she got to realize that. But if she wants to continue to accept his foolishness, that's on her. Karson, a grown woman, people not looking at she's affiliated with everyone that hated Mel. She may not have anything against Mel, but she knew better than going to her event. She's an opportunist. She's definitely an opportunist. But let me tell you this. Anybody that, listen, Karson has no shame in her game. Okay? She knows that she has a cute personality. You could tell from the people that's all in her life. She has that personality of a hairstylist, right? A hairstylist, as y'all know, that's your psychiatrist, that's your bestie. You know, you getting she gonna help you get looking good. You looking like the bomb, girl. Okay, she gonna make you feel like your best self, mind, body, and spirit. Okay, body pertaining to your image, not the other way. But that's just a side note. So she knows how to connect to people, right? So she's trying to utilize a way to connect to people in a way that's going to benefit her. I don't shame sis for that. I don't. I really don't. I actually envy how much she is able to network with people, have no shame in her game, and win people's hearts over at the same time. She has that thing that she can do that. So if it wasn't for the fact that if she had never known Arion and she had never been in all this stuff, I could actually see her coming on this show. She might be a little too young for all the people that are on it. I don't know how old she is, to be honest. I don't know how old Karson is. She's been with her dude for 16 years and they have 4 children, but that could still mean she in her 20s. Because I think they knew each other in high school or something like that, but I don't know. But anyway, only time will tell. Only time will tell what's going on with this girl. I think she's made the right move by actually putting this out there. I wish she had have done it sooner because, trying to hold some cliffhanger was just corny. It really was. Relly said that's the only reason I believe she didn't watch the rest of the seasons because there's no way she would still feel that way about Tisha. Well, she did admit that she actually watched the rest of the show. So she ended up watching the rest of the seasons. I don't know. She never gave her take on it. I think she recently watched them mainly because because she knew she was coming on the show. Courtney Clark says she said on her live that they didn't know it was a video of her and Arion if YouTube didn't blow up her spot and no telling what plot they was going to cook up. Right. We never know. We never know. Tisha is definitely a dark soul for sure. For sure. I know I'm trying to like I said, y'all, I'm trying to figure out whether she had good or bad intentions throughout this whole thing. But we may not know. Karson was attempting to network with the caliber of people that Mel surrounds herself with. Tisha was getting back at Mel. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know if Tisha was doing it as a way to let Mel in on what's going on and trying to do a good thing, or if she was being messy and saying, "Ooh, you just don't know. You sitting at the table with your enemy. You sitting at the table with somebody that was hanging around with your ex-husband's baby mama." And you know what? Tisha is childish enough to do something like that because the way that she was sitting there snickering and so quiet and looking, she kept looking at Karson and then looking at Mel like some slick stuff was going on. And I'm just like, girl, you over there feeling triumphant by yourself because you really look dumb. If that was really your overall goal, you look dusty, you're trifling, you don't have you're ridiculous. Like it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Moving forward says, I wonder what Sheree thinks about this. Sheree doesn't think at all. I'm inclined to think that Sheree doesn't think at all because Sheree is absolutely an idiot. An idiot. Okay. Tisha trying to build her support on the show. Karson is definitely slow about Love and Marriage Huntsville happenings. Yeah. For sure, for sure. Okay. He might have a tape on Sheree. Ooh, baby. I hope not. Mm. People probably watch that one because her muscle butt. People want to see if it moved, probably. Katrina Johnson said, I think Karson wants to continue to do Tisha's hair, so she's not going to cut ties. Yeah, because that's her way in. Tisha done got her on the show. Now she done got her all this shine, negative energy, unfortunately, but initially. But maybe that'll turn around for her after she's done this video. But I know her husband is tired of her talking about it because he even jumped in on the video and was like, listen, stop. All right. I don't want to come in here and see you on this damn phone no more. Knock it off. We're not talking about this no more now. We got 4 kids. Get out here and feed these kids. You know what? Come in. Let me talk to you for a minute. Like, I could just see him, like, he ain't say it like that, but he basically was like, girl, I don't want to, no more of this. We're done. You're done with this after tonight. Courtney Clark says, I agree. I can accept that maybe her intentions weren't malicious, but her friends' choices are very questionable. Relly is saying this to Courtney Clark. Justine Marie says, Tisha tried to ruin Karson and what she tried to build. Like, she worked hard. So I don't understand why Tisha would do that to her. Yeah, like Karson looks like a very good hairstylist. She really does. So her work, I think that Karson is laying her head on the fact that her work is going to speak for itself. People are going to like her because she has a good personality. They're going to see through, and she has enough people rallying around her. But now you have thousands of people that are now looking at you from a TV show aspect that really love the main character, Mel, and will go at anything to protect her. And if you can be a simple innocent bystander in all of the situation, they're going to do whatever it takes to make sure you know that you ain't about to come for Melody. Okay. That's how the peoples act. And she should have known better. Nicole B says, when Letitia heard this from Karson in a way to cover the lawsuit and for the Scotts to carry getting a check from a Melody storyline. And that can also be it too, because we know that they not going to talk about their lives at all. They ain't got nothing going on. They don't want nobody to talk about that lawsuit. And Carlos King is going to allow them to continue to hide it all. So there you go. Let me bring her on the show so we can bring it back to Mel. Mel think, okay, we can't bully her. So let me just come and spill her tea in a roundabout way. Okay. And try to look like like I'm her hero at the same time. Girl, please. Tia P says, yes, the folks was on her bad and fast. She wasn't ready for that kind of attention. Tisha did her wrong. Yeah. Yeah, but she got to realize Tisha is not, it ain't good. That's not a good friend. I don't trust Karson no matter how much tea she drops. I hear that moving forward. Relly says the millimeters got her in. I kind of felt bad for her. Yeah, they got in the chokehold. They got in the chokehold for real. Moving forward, Carlos knew all about this trust. Oh, please believe this man. He tries to say everybody his best friend on the show. He love everybody. Everybody call him. Everybody tell him everything. Okay, he know, and he's loving all the drama. Dat Hope, Katrina Johnson, she just need more to reflect on what Tisha did and why. I think she will dump Tisha too. I hope so, because Tisha is she's very behind the scenes sneaky, but she's not good at it. It's very obvious the things that she's doing, and she needs a partner in her foolishness. So, and you notice how Karson tried to say that she specializes in making wigs for cancer patients. And no, I don't think she does. That was a way to pull Kimmy into the BS. That was exactly what that was for. Oh, say that you make wigs for people that are going through this, or that's your specialty. I didn't see her have one person on there that had to shave their head. If that's your specialty, right? I would want to see you making wigs like that for customary wigs for people that go through that specifically. It looked like you was just slaying wigs, sis, and charging the arm and a leg for them, like everybody else do. Good wigs at that, but not you're not making specialty wigs for people with illnesses. I don't personally believe that. Maybe she's made a couple, but her business is not centered around that. So I feel like that was just a way to pull Kimmy into the BS so that Tisha can now try to make Kimmy ride for her and her foolishness. That's what I think. And then say, oh, well, she was making a wig for Kimmy. Yeah, okay. Gwendolyn Strickland says, Tisha, Shay, hold on now, hold on. Got to go back. Gwendolyn says, Tisha is the one with a dark soul, heart, and everything else. Karson better be careful with those Scots. If Mel helped them when they had hard times, Karson better look out, child. That's crazy. Gwendolyn Strickland says, Shay, I feel if Tisha had a heart and really cared about this situation, why wouldn't she let Mel know about this? I think this is going back. My comments are out of whack. Kevin Moore says, hey, Kevin. Kevin says, this should be the last stain on this show. The upper management should now step in and say enough. It's getting criminal. Yeah, it's a lot. It's becoming team too much. Octavia Chapman says, I think good. Now we finding slow tail ours out. I know it was something it was something to it when he was trying to act like Mel was out giving head to random dudes. I know it wasn't true. Yeah, and then you know what? My thing is the way that he done slung it around to the world, I'm sure somebody would have recognized it and been like, ain't that Chody? Okay. Somebody probably like, that's his dick. So, because you done put it in everybody in Huntsville, apparently, from what the streets are saying. I don't know. I know they ain't put it up in me. So that's all I care about. Okay. Because it ain't going in me. He can put it in whoever the hell he want. But listen, I mind's my business. And I'm sure that Mel will recognize that and be like, that's you. So I really don't even get what his whole point of doing this was. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Um, Sheila Jackson says, where is Martell? Is the Martell is a good father. Right. Right. Child, they out here trying to clean up his image and he just jacking it right back on up. Makes Tisha look messy, in my opinion. They're supposed to be moving forward, but we have seen Tisha rehash it before. Yeah, Tisha never accepts an apology. It's okay. I feel like I forgive you for right now in this moment so we can get through it, but I'm going to be pissed at you again later. It's stupid to me. Girl, get a life. Please get a life, Tisha. You're not going to have no friends or nobody around you that you want to talk about how Mel doesn't have any friends. Where your friends at? I don't see you with no friends. Probably because if they did something to you, you don't trust them no more. Or if they did something that you don't like or you particularly think is wrong and they don't agree with you on everything that you do, then all of a sudden y'all can't be friends no more. She's a very much so Tisha is a pick me. She wants to be in charge of the girls, if you will. And it's not happening. It's not. I think all of them are jealous of Mel because they very much they wish somebody would ride hard for them like the millimeters ride for Mel. And I think that it pisses them off. I really do. Dad Hope says Martell is able to control Ariane because she has a child's mind. Yeah, both of them do. Absolutely. I believe Mel already knew about this because she mentioned it a while back. Yeah, that's probably why she ain't over there worrying about it. She ain't fretting at all. Angie says Slaw posted already, but it was dumb. Yeah, I showed everybody earlier, Angie. She want to do a poll to see if she should come out and talk trash. Girl, just everybody just be prepared with your screen record because that's what everybody gonna do, or just wait for a blogger to post it and we'll talk about it later. That is what it is. Like, she ain't gonna come on and talk about nothing. She just gonna come on and read the comments. Her hair gonna be all over the place, or she might have, her friend Shan may have came back down to Huntsville to slay some heads for a couple of days and she got her little bob back. Okay, she's still gonna have them braces on. I know that because she definitely can afford to get her butt done, get her hair done, but she can't afford to get the braces off, I guess. Who knows? But yeah, we'll see her on the internet acting a fool in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And it's gonna be head up, it's gonna be neck up because she don't want nobody to know that she's pregnant, allegedly. Okay. But we're gonna see it in her nose Or maybe she may not even come on camera. We don't know. Hotel and Slow Slaw plan to put out that video together. Slow Slaw wanted this girl to do it for them. First of all, the fact that you have a video of your man's ex-wife performing duties on who you feel is your dude, that's sick. I told y'all already. I said it in my live with Sean and Jeremy last night. I think Gator Mouth is obsessed with Mel. I can see her at home uh punching the digits, if y'all catch my drift, having a good old time by herself alone when the kids asleep watching this video. And she ain't looking at Martell. Homegirl, I feel like she's got a thing for Melody. She's sick. Homegirl is a sick clown. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna read the last few comments. I'm gonna go ahead and get on about it here because I told you I got work to do. Shay, he was trying to get a situation so it could be Mel and Martell against the side chick. He was trying to find a way to bring them together, but he told Mel posted he threatened that on IG. Right. I'm glad you said that because I wanted to talk about that. So Karson was very smart in saying that. She said, listen, girl, you don't want to do that because that's revenge, PORN, okay? And what will happen is when they find out that it's linked back to him, he's not going to have a choice but to say it was you to save himself. Okay? So then what better way to get rid of her? Okay, now in Martell's sick head, he probably would feel like, okay, well, this is something me and Mel did together. We went back and we worked together to get rid of her. She's in, she behind bars now. Now we can raise my son as if it's, all of our children. These are all of our kids together, and we're going to be back together living happily ever after. If I could just get rid of her. No, you should have got rid of her years ago when Mel told you to. So stop trying to plot and scheme and do all of this stupid stuff to try to have you and Mel looking like Iron Man and Captain America. No. Y'all are not the dastardly duo anymore. You're just not. Get over it. Move on. Kiana Davis says Mel has divorced that fool and moving on. That was wrong. Absolutely. Don't just let it go, Martell. Let it go. Let it burn. Do the children still have a court appointed representative? I'm not sure. I just don't know. Kiana Davis, the review hour. I don't think she is lying, but she has lost me with that ass Mel-ish. Yeah, why are we asking Mel? Like, for what? For why? Simply Beautiful says just sad and dark. What's up, Simply? Yes, absolutely sad. Sad and extremely dark. Melody Washington says petitions to Scott, Stormy, and Mother along with narcissist cyberbullying. Let me say this, Melody. I'm gonna say this. Let's stop the petitions. They don't work. They don't work. The petitions are not gonna work. So y'all stop wasting the space on Beyonce's internet to do these damn petitions. It's own doesn't care. They don't care about us. They don't care what we say, okay? You just, if you don't like it, don't watch the show. The ratings will say, do what it's supposed to do. But then, if y'all stop watching the show, y'all love Mel so much, this is a stream of income for her. So if you stop watching the show, now you're taking away from the precious Melody making money. That's just being real. So you want to support her, you want to be there for her, okay? But then you stop watching her show, which brings her income to help her take care of her children. Pick a side. We got to pick a side. And the petitions don't work. I'm just saying. Karson is trouble too. Yeah, I don't think that Karson is totally... Listen, I don't think that she is as much of a villain as people have tried to make her seem to be. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is at this point. Hold on, y'all. Slow Slaw says she has day one receipts asking if should drop it. Yeah, I saw that. And I'm like, girl, listen, You ask a lot of questions. You ask Karson if you should do the video, put the video out. Now you asking us if you should come on and show receipts. Girl, grow up. Do what you want to do. It's your prerogative. I see the bigger picture. This is Martell trying to get Ariana out of the picture and take Knox with hopes to try and get Melody back. Bingo. I said that earlier. I said that in a roundabout way. I said that Ariana will be buried under the jail. Period. Period. And she don't see that this man is always, he's trying to get rid of her because he doesn't have enough balls to just leave her alone. And he probably feels trapped, like he can't leave her alone because he has his kid with her. Now that her existence isn't bothering Mel has moved on. Now he's like, well, I don't need her no more. Like, it was the thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away. The thrill is gone. Okay. It was all fun and games when they were married and sneaking around. He was married and he was sneaking around with her. Now, Mel could give two shits. She's like, here, girl, here you go. Nice little bow, silver platter. What do you want them on? Here you go. I'll give it to you. I don't care. Mel is living her life. And life is not lifing the way that he thought it would without her. So now public enemy number one is Ariana. He wants to get rid of her. And he can't even keep it right with Shay because he can't even enjoy being in a relationship with her because he still got homegirl in the background. Cramping his style. I bet Martell did not know Ari did. Ari told somebody about the plot. He should have known that she did. She can't hold water just like he can't. Okay, please. Muted expression says Slow Slaw says she has day one receipts. Yeah, I think I put that up. Yes, let the petitions go. Yes, really, yes. I'm glad somebody agreed. The petitions have got to go. Girl, they ain't even started. They didn't even started a damn petition for Melody to get her off the show. That's usually I don't say content creators' names. I'm not gonna say this one's name because I forgot. What was it? It's the one that always be doing, in my opinion, she sends the text messages to herself to make it look like it's somebody else doing the texting and changes the name for it to be somebody else. And now she got a petition out to try to get rid of Mel because she probably, I feel like this specific blogger is getting paid by the Scots because it would be no reason for her to be this vindictive towards Mel. She's another pick me. In my opinion. But again, I don't like to talk about other content creators in a negative manner or at all for for the most part. But yeah, the petitions, it's just people just doing them just for their health at this point because it's not going to do nothing. Professor SEC says this stuff is getting so toxic that it's not even entertaining anymore. Right. Have we ever seen them have any fun moments on the show where they all are just having a good old time? Like, I would have loved the TikTok scene that they did with the couples. Like, I would love for them to get to the point where they can all be doing something like that, like go on a trip together and have some fun. It's just ridiculous. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Octavia Chapman, for your Cash App. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank y'all so much. But yeah, like, I just want to see them having a good time. This is just ridiculous. Like, can we just get along? Can we get along? Justine Marie says, only thing Karson did was tell the plot of how Martell and Ari plan on releasing it. Like she said, she didn't know Ari very well. Yeah, but you know what? Telling that story by itself did a world of help for Melody. Okay? So what that does is now it points back to him if he ever decided to do some grimy stuff like that. Now it's going to be like, oh, okay, what a coincidence that this is coming out. You are the one that's doing it. So people are going to point back to him. And she better stop that because people can look up nowadays, people can look up IP addresses. Okay. Even if you try to go to the library and do some silly stuff like this, people can find you out. So that's why people don't do stuff like that, releasing videos of people and stuff like that anymore, because it's so it's easy to be traced. People can hack your phone if they want to. So Child, unless you got an iPhone. But I think they learning how to do that too, child. But you know, it is what it is. Oh, wait, who am I doing? Oh, it's the tree. That Hope says we know that Ari receipts can be faked. Child, right. You know what, y'all? When I learned that on the iPhone, you can change the place where you took a picture and the date where you took a picture. I said I don't trust none of y'all. I don't trust nobody no more because the lies, the lies, the lies, and more lies. Charmaine H says Martell only got those kids' phones so he can send himself emails and texts under the guise of the kids' accounts and track Melody. Just sick. Yeah, he's a sick individual, but I want him to learn that all of this stuff that he's doing is for nothing. It's for nothing. It's really sad. Not on Beyonce's internet. Yeah, girl, right. Beyonce's internet, Angie. That's what this is. That's what it is. Okay. Martell isn't that smart. His short-term goal is to tarnish Mel's reputation by any means necessary. He wants her destroyed and humiliated because he feels that's what she did to him. And the sad thing is he did it to himself. And you never will win in Martell's case when you don't learn to start accepting responsibility for your actions. Martell will act like he has accepted responsibility for his actions for 5 minutes. And then he goes back to the woe is me game. But no, because y'all didn't realize what she did. You know, y'all need to pay attention because Melody be doing this and Melody do that. It's like, sir, just accept it, things for what it is and move on, and he will be so much more successful for it, ever so much more successful for it if he just stops with the games. I agree the petitions will not work. They're getting crazy. Yeah, it's too much. Child, not Marceau tits. I'm not messing with y'all. I'm not messing with y'all. I ain't got my couch to fall back on right now. I'm on my bar stool at my kitchen table, so I'm gonna fall back and hurt myself. Okay, y'all are hilarious. Honestly, Melody needs her own show. She does, cause everything on this show revolves around her anyway. And Mark, you know what the thing is? Carlos King doesn't want to give her own show because Carlos doesn't want to accept that he needs Mel. And that's the sad part about it. The Scotts, Martell, Stormy, all of them are pissed because they're doing all these things to try to get Melody off the show. But every time they try it, they realize, dang, this makes people like her even more when we try her. When we try to play with her, she doesn't respond in a way that's going to make her look like a bad guy. So it makes people love her even more. And it makes it where she has to be a staple of this show because she has more fans than everybody on the show. So if she leave, so will the viewers. How about make yourselves likable? How about that? How about stop trying to play these stupid games? You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Period. Charmaine H. If Martell loses his job, he will become dangerous, child. And that's the thing. If he would just go get his builder's license, he's supposed to be here in the DC area this weekend, y'all. I'm not gonna be here. I'm going out New Jersey for an event, but he's supposed to be here this weekend. So what is this guy's name? He's very well known in the suit industry. And Martell is going to be modeling some suits. I don't know if he has a line with him or whatever, but he does a big show at the National Harbor in Oxon Hill every year. He's done it for the last 2 years. I think my friend even bartended at that event, by the way. But yeah, Martell's going to be apparently here this weekend doing that. And I think Arena and Jamie Tyler, they were there last year. So this may be some Love and Marriage DC, Love and Marriage Huntsville slight crossover, if you will. So he's supposed to be here this weekend doing that. Didn't Karson say if you really support Mel, buy her products? Yeah, we do. I used 7th Avenue this morning. So I don't know why she really had to say that. But Mel, I mean, homegirl made, and I don't know if this was with her property preservation. Like Mel has a lot going on. She has Posner, she has 7th Avenue, she got the Sugar Mama line. She's doing the Jay Bolin stuff. She has her production company. She was just in a movie. She's singing. Posner, all these modeling and carrying on. She's got a lot going on. Okay. And on top of that, she's a mother of 4 children, trying to live her best life. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people on the show just envious of her. Thank everyone. I didn't know they do not work. I didn't know they do not work. Yeah, they they do not work. They don't work. I'm trying to tell you, because they did one for Wanda, and guess what? She was right back on the show. They did one for Carlos. Carlos produces the show. Like, it don't work, unfortunately. Under the jail, child. Hello, Shay Mods, Angie, and Chad. What's up, Arheb? Sylvia P says Melody will be okay. She has multiple streams of income. Yes, she does. My girl Jill George is in the building. What's up, Jill? Yvette Whitaker. He will never get Melody back. That is how delusional he is. Simply Beautiful says, hear me out, Shay. What if Miss, hold on, where the rest of your message at, sis? What if the SCX tape Marceau threatened was about Mel and not Miss Van? Listen, who knows? Who knows? But I honestly don't think that Mel would let another man record her, if that makes sense. So if it's somebody, I mean, if it's her and Martell, that's her husband. So I honestly don't think, and I don't know Mel like that. This is just me thinking from what I gave her the ocular pat down. And I don't think that Mel would let some man, especially when she was married all those years, I don't think that she would be that comfortable with somebody to let them record her while she was married and getting it in with somebody, even if they were so-called separated, during one of those times that she left the house, so to speak. So, but you know what, child? What my girl in the chat be saying, as Love and Marriage Huntsville turns, Jazzy J, is what it is. All right. So the world may never know. This is some Lifetime movie-ish. And on that note, we are going to get up out of here. And you are right, it is. But thank y'all for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that is watching this show too. And I will see you in the next video. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Your girl is on the way to, where we at? Let's just do a little check real quick before I go. Your girl's on the way to 4,000, okay? I need y'all help. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please, it's a free way to support me. Subscribe to your girl's channel. I love y'all. Thank you. Peace out.